My name is Kenny Mac from KennyMcBeatz.com. So today I'm coming to you guys with a small tutorial on how to hook your electronic drum kit up to Reasons. So a couple of years ago, I had this ambitious thing where I wanted to learn multiple instruments. So most of what I do is basically MIDI controller based using my DAW, Reason propeller head. But what I wanted to do was, add to my repertoire, so to speak. So I bought a guitar, I bought a bass, and then a friend gave me an acoustic guitar also. So that was kind of cool. So I was kind of trying to learn all three of these things. And the fourth thing that I acquired was electronic drum kit. And so it actually took me a little bit of time to figure out how to get this thing connected to where I could actually trigger MIDI notes and sounds in Reasons. And so I had to actually contact Reason propeller head themselves, or should I say I had to actually contact Reason propeller head to find out how to get this thing to sync up. And so I figured I'd do this small tutorial, and it might be able to help a couple of people who might be trying to do the same thing with their particular DAW, should I say with Reason. And so it's just a few small steps, and so once you do those things, you'll be up and running and ready to go. In order to get your drum kit to be recognized by Reasons, you have to go, I'm using a PC version of Reasons. I've just recently switched over from PC to Mac, or should I say I've just recently switched over from Mac to PC. So you want to go into your preferences. That's going to be down here. And you're going to go over to your control surfaces. And so over here, I tried to do auto detect, but it didn't quite do anything. And so I'm going to click on this, and this is where my drum kit is. And notice what it says. It says other MIDI keyboard, no controls. And like I said, other MIDI keyboard, no controls. So Reasons does not natively recognize the Simmons drum kit. And I also put this, I did independent selection of master keyboard inputs. I'm going to hit edit, and it's going to give you these options. So for manufacturers other, because like I said, Reasons doesn't recognize Simmons as a manufacturer, at least not as yet. And for model, since that is the case with the, like I said, not being recognized, I put in MIDI keyboard, no controls. And like I said, if you read here, you see it says, use this generic control surface model if you have a standard MIDI keyboard with performance controls, but no programmable nods, buttons, or faders. If your keyboard is a programmable data entry slider, then you should set your MIDI controller. Then it kind of gives these other things. But so right here's the names, and then for MIDI input, it gave me the option. So Simmons did pop up in my MIDI input, and then also it asked me to auto detect, and I was able to hit like different pads for it to do that. Then after that, you're gonna hit OK, and we're gonna come out of this. And I loaded up a Kong drum machine, and what I also did, I right clicked, and down here it says convert pad mapping to GM mapping. And so GM mapping is like basic general MIDI mapping that you have set up on most general MIDI devices. And so what this does, it helps me to know that my kick is going to line up with my kick, and my snare is going to line up with my snare, and my hat's going to line up with my hi-hat. And so you can kind of go in and manually see things and adjust things if you want, like certain instruments to play on certain pads. And so you can see what pad is being triggered. And if I wanted to go in and individually change those sounds for those pads, I could. And so it's relatively simple, but the thing is, you just have to know what to click. And so, like I said, for me, it was a little bit of a challenge. And so, like I said, I actually had to reach out to get some help. And I'm glad I did, because that's one of the cool things I want to be able to add into my production is the feel of live drums. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you like what you saw, this will be the beginning of a number of different things. So hit the subscribe button. If you didn't like what you saw, then you can hit the thumbs down and maybe give me a reason why you didn't like it, or if it's ways I could have maybe expounded or made things a little bit better as far as my explanation. So who knows, we might have to revisit this video, and that might be able to help things a little bit better for other people.